oxtail pepper soup made the Nigerian way has become a favorite in my house. Hello, my good people. You're welcome back to the Afro Food Diary. It's another yummy episode, and today I'll be showing you how to achieve the tastiest, most delicious oxtail pepper soup, or in fact, any Nigerian pepper soup with any meat of your choice. So here I'm washing the oxtail and set them in that pot. I have ox heart here. I want to kind of mix it up with the tail and the heart. So I washed that thoroughly and set in the pot. So meanwhile, I have just the tail in the pot at the moment, and I sprinkled in a little bit of salt and set it aside. The salt is serving to keep it fresh while I prep the other ingredients. So I cut up the heart into a separate pot. I'll tell you why in a bit. I tossed in some chili whole and some sliced onions, some dry rosemary and salt. I'll cover this without adding water and allow it to cook until all the water it produced dries out. Okay, so meanwhile I have some amount of sliced onions, and I'm going to be slicing up some paprika, like bell pepper, and some onions in this blender. I made okra soup on this day, so don't mind all that paprika and onions. I'm using some of them for something else. Okay, so and of course I cut up some habanero pepper, and then this is the minced up peppers. I have ginger, some crayfish here, so I'm going to blend some dried rosemary with the crayfish and the ginger. Guys, try this blend them together. The flavor is heavenly. So in this oxtail pot, I added seasoning cubes, and this is the sliced up habanero pepper. Feel free to use as much as you can tolerate. Okay, so I'll toss that in at the moment, and like I said, I'm using some of that pepper to make another dish, but I'm going to be taking this amount for the pepper soup. Okay, I wouldn't be using palm oil for this pepper soup, so the essence of this paprika is to brighten up the color for us. You can use paprika powder for this purpose as well. Next, I added some slices of onions. Okay, I used purple onion for this, but you can use white onion if that's what you have available. And of course, I rinsed the bowl plate with a little amount of water and poured into the pot as well. Going now with the blend of crayfish, ginger, and rosemary. You can replace rosemary with thyme, okay? And some salt. Now I have rinsed the blender I used in mincing the peppers as well, and added some extra water. Like the water is now to the height of the meat. Cover it to cook. Okay, it's boiling gloriously. You want to cook this until your meat becomes almost done, until the tail becomes almost done. Remember, the heart was pre-steamed, so I layered in the heart at this point. So I'll be using this sachet of already made Nigerian pepper soup spice, but you can use your regular homemade pepper soup spice for this. Okay, so I added a little bit more water just so I have enough soup for the meat. I covered that to cook, for roughly 5 minutes. Then I added scent leaf to it. Scent leaves, oh god, make a whole lot of sense for pepper soups. So I use dry one, but you can use fresh one if you have that available. So stir that in very well and cover it to simmer on a low heat. Okay, remember to taste and ensure that your spices are in order. So while we set the meat to simmer on a low heat, I want to quickly tell you why I allowed the water in the heart to dry out. I don't really like to have fluids boiled out from such meat. Let's say liver, kidney, shaki, all those all those assorted meats. I like to boil out the water separately, like cook it until it's tender and the water in the meat dried out. I'll spice it very well low and get all the flavor I want into it, but the water has to dry out completely. That's me. So because I'm going to be serving this to my guests, I have a quick tip for you. So I pour it into my rice cooker. You know, rice cooker has a warm function, right? So I put it in the rice cooker and put it on warm function, then drizzle in some fresh baby spinach just to liven things a little bit, since I used dry scent leaves. So that's my tip. That's how I do it. So it was warm until my guests arrived and got served. Thank you so much, guys. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Give the video a like if you like the video and share with interested friends. And as always, guys, have a beautiful day.
When I wake up, I feel cozy, yeah. Can you hold up? Don't need no